Hey guys, it's Trix. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be demonstrating how I make my index card packs, and afterwards I'm going to talk a little bit about the channel before we ease back into a simple study with me video. Without further ado, my index card. So the thing is simple. You start out with a pencil. I like to use a mechanical pencil because I like to refill with lead. I also have a trusty Mongol pencil nearby, number 2, as usual, things we use for school. I also have a ruler. You can use a bigger ruler. It doesn't really matter. Just pick whatever you want, whatever you have lying around. And then I also have with me a puncher. Again, this is for the index card pack I make, and I always have a way to bind them together. For this set, we'll be using punchers. And then for this specific thing, I use 2 sizes of my index cards, one in 4x6, and the other one, the one I write on, is 3x5. So I put them on top of each other, and then I create a template looking like this. The whole point of a template is simply to make things more efficient. So I wrote down the things I want to always have, and I made sure that the template showed it. So at the top, there's important parts, and then I grouped together certain boxes, and then on the other side, I also noted the halfway point of each index card. Each index card would look like this with a small hole at the bottom. So when you put them all together, you have a bunch of index cards. They all have a coinciding hole, and then I bind them all together with a metal ring so that they're easy to bring around and that all of the things look together. I also make summary cards for each set, but I'm not going to focus on that now because that's a bit more personalized than a template would be. So the goal is basically to find out what you need to fit your subject and what you want it to look like, and for me, I always like it cute, and I put calligraphy and ASMR for a bit. These index cards are actually for my pharmacology subject, so it has the name of the medications in front, and then it has some legends at the top and bottom to make them more cohesive and for me to be able to find them when I separate the different cards, and then it has more information at the back. So the best and most important, and it's the actual piece of advice I wanted to share in this video, is to always make sure that you include the things that you think you will need before you start making your index cards. It makes them a lot neater, it makes them more helpful for you, and it makes them more efficient for you to create. Here I'm showing you how I actually write each of the backs. So basically, first I make all of the setup in the front. I add the legends, so I have symbols at the top and then some things that are very important that I should know at the very beginning, plus the name of the medication. And then at the back, the most important thing for me is the mechanism of action, which is the part in red. And on the template, I actually marked that area out so I never forget that's where that goes. And then the green area, as you can see, that's what the use of the drug is for, so I include that there as well. And I use a green pen, that's why it's in green. And the other 2 boxes include other things, but I didn't color code those because I do use my pencil a lot to add extra notes, especially because not each topic or not each thing you put your index card on has the same exact type of things in it. Now, the important thing is for me is to always cater the things to what you're studying. This type of index card will not work for another subject, for example, and if I keep trying to force that same thing, I'm going to have a hard time remembering or using those index cards effectively. Another important thing for you to remember is that this is my personal take on creating index cards. Other people would probably prefer to just print them out. Other people don't use index cards at all, but as I've explained in other videos, it's actually really helpful for me to sit down and write information down while I'm reading it or while I'm reviewing it, because it helps me remember. And another advantage of this for me is that when I am not sitting down at my table studying, if I'm elsewhere, if I'm at home or I'm at another place, I can still study during those times when you have nothing better to do by just bringing out my index cards. Sometimes it's fun to be interactive. I ask my siblings to help me, and then they show me the name of the medication, and then I answer the questions that they might have, or they just show me and then I see if I can remember what's behind it. If there's no one with you, index cards are also still very helpful on your own. You just look at it and then look at the back. Another thing that's helpful for me, but I won't be showing in this video, are the summary cards. So for each grouping of these cards, I actually make a summary set, and then if I'm pressed for time or if I don't really want or need to look at the whole set of index cards, I look at the summary card and see if I can remember the pertinent information within the individual cards just by looking at the summary card. So that's basically how I make my index cards, and again, that's just for this subject, and this didn't really show all of it, although the rest of the video will show time lapses of me creating more of these index cards. But I really hope that this inspired you guys to try and, try this method out, especially if you're not stuck cramming for an exam or something like that. If you're just trying to study well, or if you're learning how to study for yourself, this is a good method to try. I always say that the best way to get better at studying and get better at your studies is to figure out what works for you, and maybe you just didn't know it, but this would probably work for you. Now, before I move on to the study with me proper, wherein it's just good vibes and taking notes and some good music, I wanted to talk about the channel very quickly because I realized when I was filming the last one, when I was talking about how much I really want this channel and these videos to be for me and for my future to remember what I was doing at this time, that there are a few changes that I want to be able to do. First off, a lot of these videos are pre-recorded and a lot of them are also pre-edited and then just scheduled for uploading because I don't want to have to keep forcing myself to, pick out a certain time and then a certain day to film and stuff and things like that. So I do it when I feel like it, and then when I have surplus, I pre-record it, quote unquote, and then pre-edit it and get it ready so that there's a video going out. So I want to be able to note those things down, and then if I upload a video that was pre-recorded, I want to be able to write down in the description when I actually did those things because that would help me further in the future. Another thing is that I really try to be a bit more formal when I make these videos, and especially for the study with me, I think that's going to stay. But I know for a fact that I'm not a very serious person, and I was watching one of my game videos from a bit back, and I think I was really being worried about how I really do things. Like, I was embarrassed to be myself. I'm not really sure if it's that or, I'm a shy person in general as well. So I'm just telling myself here, moving forward, that I don't have to tame myself. It's not that I'm going to be super hyper, which I am in real life in these videos. It's just I shouldn't be afraid to do that. I'm not like a big YouTuber influencer. That's just for me, so I really shouldn't be scared to show who I am. I already know who I am. So just for people who actually watch these videos, just so you know, and you're not surprised in some of my other videos if I'm a bit more energetic and less formal. That's why. That's actually how I am. I'm not usually this serious and formal. And the last thing is, I'm actually thinking about making a separate Instagram for this channel. So I previously to this, I usually had my personal Instagram on, and I like that. I mean, I'm not ashamed of my Instagram. It's just that Instagram usually it has like a record of a different set of things that I want to be available in this. For example, I don't really post a lot of study with me related what's the term? Related posts, over there. And yet when I post here, I have a lot of study with me's and games and art. Everything's like mishmashed together to be who I am. And I kind of want this channel to be more in depth with that. For example, some more opinionated or more personal things are available on that Instagram. And like I said, it's not like I'm going to delete that. So instead, since I want something that's a bit more helpful for me in the future to look back, I might be making a new Instagram account. And then if I did, or if I remember to do that, that's going to be the new one listed down below. So I'm going to leave you off with this very quick time lapse. Well, is it quick? I don't know. With this time lapse of me just writing even more. This is me filling up all of the brush lettering on the outside, and then later on it's gonna be me writing down all of the information on the backside for this set of cards. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, it's not for everyone, and I'm not forcing anyone to do this. I'm not saying that what I'm doing is right either. It might be inefficient, I don't know, but it works for me, so I like it. So thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video. Well, everyone, that's all I had for you today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below any feedback or any suggestions that you have, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!